Set number 4, questions from 16 to 20. At TS Cinemas in Delhi, tickets of 3 prices are available, 100 rupees, 200 and 500. Saral, the ticket vendor, saw 10 people waiting to purchase the tickets of the blockbuster movie, Hulk, the Invincible. Saral was going to open the ticket window, but he had no money with him. He asked the 10 people about which ticket they wanted to purchase out of the 100, 200 or 500 rupee ticket prices and what denomination they had. 5 people wanted to purchase the ticket of rupees 100 and each of them had a note of rupees 100 with them. Also 3 people wanted a ticket of rupees 200 each and each had a note of rupees 200 with them. The remaining 2 people wanted to purchase a rupees 500 ticket, but each of them had a rupees 1000 note. Each person wanted just one ticket. As Saral had no money with him, he asked them to line up in a queue such that he would have enough change to give everyone. Also, the last person in the queue must be the customer who wants to purchase the rupees 100 ticket, as he wanted it for lunch after distributing the tickets. For all the following questions, assume that the people with rupees 100 notes are identical. The people with rupees 200 notes are identical, and the same is true for people with rupees 1000 notes. So there are 5 people who need 100 rupee tickets and they have 100 rupees with them. So this is 500 rupees. We have 3 people who need 200 rupee notes and they have 200 rupees note with them. So this is 600. And we have 2 people who need 500 rupee notes with them, but they have 1000 rupees instead. So this is 1000 rupees. So the total value of the tickets he is going to sell is going to be 2100 rupees. Now, if out of these 5 people, he needs one of the guys at the end. So we need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th guy has to be the guy who will take a 100 rupee ticket. Now, if we need this 500, the person who needs the ticket for 500 rupees, but he has a 1000 rupee note. So Saral should be able to give him the change. So if this guy comes as the first customer in the queue, let's say this is the ticket counter, then obviously Saral doesn't have enough money with him to give him the change. He doesn't have any money actually. So he can't be at the first place. This 500 rupee ticket guy who has 1000 rupees, if he's the second guy, doesn't matter which customer will be in the front, Saral will be having 100 or 200 rupee notes only. So he won't be able to pay him back 500. So this 500 rupee ticket guy cannot be at the second. If he is at the third, so we need 500 rupees from the first 2. That's not possible. We can only make 200 into 2, 400 rupees. So that means the last guy, this 500 rupee guy has to be at the 4th position minimum so that we can have 500 by taking 200, 200 and 100, right? Remember, if I take 200, 200, 200, it will be 600 and these are going to be 3 notes of 200 each, right? The guys who are buying tickets worth 200 has a 200 rupee note as well. They don't have 100 and 100k 2 notes. So the person has to be at minimum 500 or he can move places. So let's figure out all the cases. So let's say this is the ticket counter. The first case being, let's say this is the first guy, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. The 10th guy needs his 100 wala guy. 500 wala person is going to be here and the first 3 is going to have 200, 200 and 100 in any order. This is 500. Then we need another 500 from the remaining 4 so that the 500 guy is going to be the 9th one, because out of 2100, if I take out 100 rupee from here, who is the 10th person, we are left with 400 and 600, 1000 rupees, the exact amount that Saral is supposed to pay as the change. So before he finishes the 500 rupee ticket wallet, both the guys, all the 100 and 200 except the last one should be taken care of. So 500 rupee wala is going to be the last. The next one is going to be 200 ka third and 100k remaining. There were a total of 4 now. So 4, 5, 6. So we need only 3 of them. So this is one case. The second case is if this 500 guy is over here. So we need 500 or more from the first four. So 500 or more from the first four, we can have 200, 200, 100, 100. Or we can have 200, 200, 200 and 100. We can also have 200 and 300s. And here we will be having the leftovers. Well, actually, if you pay attention, we can say that we can have 1 200, 2 200s or 3 200. So minimum a 200 rupee note or a person who wants to buy a 200 rupee ticket should be present. So we can say that any case is possible except we can't have 100k 4, because if we have 100k 4 people here, that means Saral will only have 400 rupees with him and he won't be able to pay the guy who is going to bring in 1000 rupee note, and remaining will go over here. The next possibility is if this 500 rupee ticket wala guy who has 1000 rupee note with him, he's in the front. If this is the scenario, even if we take only 100 rupee ke 5 log, so 500 rupee change anyways will be there. So what we realize is we are going to have 3 cases. Doesn't matter where this 500 guy is from 6th position onwards. So this guy is at the 4th position, he's at the 5th, he is going to be from 6th to 8th, because 9th and 10th are taken by them. So these are the 9th positions and this one is the 10th. So we can have any combo here, any, and we can have remaining over here. So we can have 100, 200k any case in the first 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we will have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is case number 1, case number 2 and case number 3. So depending upon the question, we will have to look into which case are we dealing with. So this is the counter, the ticket counter where Saral is sitting. Let's look at the questions now. Question number 16. In how many ways can the 10 people stand in the queue? So we have to count all the cases. In the first case, these 3 people can be arranged in 3 ways. And these 4 people can be arranged in 4 ways. So 3 into 4, that will result in 12. In the second one, there are a total of 7 people with any combination. So these 7 people that we are going to choose, they can be placed in at the 4 places in 7C 4 ways. Now this 7C4 is going to be 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 4 factorial, or we can write 7C4 as 7C3 as well, same thing. So divided by 3 factorial, 6 and 3 factorial goes 35. So we'll have total 35 cases, but we cannot take one case where 100, 100, 100 they are arranged. So we need to remove that one. So we'll have 34 cases here. The next one is the 7 people with notes of 100, 200. They can be arranged in a total of 7C3 ways, right? So the person, so this is going to be 7C3 ways of arranging 100 and 200 rupee notes. Now this 500 rupee guy can be placed at the 6th position, 7th position and the 8th position. So that will amount to 3 ways by which this 500 rupee notes can be arranged. So this is going to result in 7C3 into 3, which is 35 into 3, because 7C3 we have already calculated as 35. So this is going to give us a total of 105 ways. Total number of ways is going to be sum of these 3, 105 plus 46, which will result in 151. Since it's a theta question, we are supposed to type in 151. Question number 17. The second last person in the queue must be looking to purchase a ticket of? We know that the second last person is going to be the one who needs 500 rupee ticket. So option C. Question number 18. In how many ways can the 10 people stand in a queue such that Saral has the exact loose amount to pay the customers with notes of rupees 1000? Exact change means he has exactly rupees 500 to pay each of them, neither more nor less. So in this case, we can say that this is the first case where it was a definitely 500 rupees. We remember that this was 3 into 4, which was 12, 3 ways to distribute this, and then 4 ways to distribute this. The next one is, in this, out of these 4 people, we need to make 500. Now this can be made 500 by taking a single 200 and 300s. So this is only one possibility here. So we have 4 cases for this, and then we will have, so 200 can go in 4 ways, and the remaining 2 200s and 100 can go in a total of 3 ways. So 4 into 3, this is going to be 12. Now for 5 people to have a total of 500, this is not possible. Reason excuse me, reason being, there are total 500 people with 100 rupee notes, and we already have a 100 rupee note. So even, see, if I take, I have only 4 people with 100, and if I take a single 200, this is more than 500. So this will result in 0 case. So we'll have a total of 24 cases or 24 ways. Theta questions, we have to type in 24. Question number 19. If the 4th and 9th persons in the queue have the notes of the same denomination. So 4th and 9th would mean we are talking about this particular scenario, the first scenario. And the 5th and 8th person also have the notes of the same denomination. So the 5th and the 8th, they have the same. So it can't be 200, it has to be 100. Then what is the difference between the total amounts with the first 3 people and the total amount with 6th and 7th person? So the amount with the first 3 people is going to be 500, and the amount with 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th is going to be one among 200 and 100, which is 300. So the difference is going to be that of 200. Option C. Question number 20. If the 3rd and 4th person have the maximum possible amount with them, then what is the minimum possible difference between the amount with them and the total amount with the 7th and 8th persons? Now, if the people with 3rd and 4th position have the maximum possible amounts with them, then they must have 200 and 1000, because you can't have 1000 at the 3rd position. So 4th position pay, we can definitely have 1000. So you're again looking at the first scenario. And 3rd pay, we need 200. So this guy has 1000 with him, and this guy has 200, which means he is going to get 200. Then what is the minimum possible difference amount with them? So the difference of amount with them is 800 plus, we need to find the difference of the amount with them, which is 200 plus 100, which is 1200, minus the amount with the 7th and 8th guy. So 7th and 8th guy, and we need to find the minimum possible difference. So we need to maximize it. If we want to maximize it, one of them should have 200, another should have 100. So this is going to be 300. This should result in a 900. So this is the minimum possible difference we can have. Option D.